What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is David Benjamin from Healthy Wild Free. In today's video, you're going to learn about the key nutrients that are necessary to keep your joints, your ligaments, and your tissue, and your tendons, and all these types of things, these connective tissues within your body, healthy. And if you are walking around or you wake up in the morning and you literally snap, crackle, and pop like a Rice Krispie treat, you may be sweet to your partner or your spouse, but it may not feel so sweet in your body to snap, crackle, and pop every time that you move. And I speak from firsthand experience because I myself will often snap, crackle, and pop first thing in the morning. So I understand that there are key nutrients that are necessary for my body to utilize to ensure that my joints, my ligaments, and my tendons are healthy. All of that connective tissue is healthy because especially as we age, the connective tissue and our joints are important to stay mobile and to stay on our feet. And the longer we're on our feet, the longer we have a higher quality of life, so the better our longevity. So with that being said, there are many things I could talk about in this video. I could literally talk for 30 minutes, an hour, I kid you not, about this topic. I'm going to keep it as brief and as short as possible. But if you're enjoying this video, please leave a thumbs up, or a comment below, and share any questions or thoughts you may have below this video. So to start the conversation, there's a difference between macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients being your fats, your proteins, and your carbs. Now, generally speaking, your fat and protein macronutrients are going to be more conducive, as long as they're healthy sources of fats and protein, are going to be more conducive to your joint health. Carbohydrates give you energy, but oftentimes, especially in the West and the United States, we eat too many carbohydrates, and this causes inflammation, which causes more snap, crackling, and popping, hence the Rice Krispie treat. So as long as you're getting enough fat and protein, healthy fat and healthy protein in your diet, you are benefiting the health of your joints, ligaments, and tendons. I'm talking things like fish, beef, eggs, healthy grass-fed, of course, and dairy, butter, things like this. These are all valuable. These healthy sources of fats and proteins are beneficial because the protein breaks down into amino acids, and then those amino acids are building blocks for new ligaments and joints and tendons. And then the fats, like omega-3 fats, omega-3, omega-6, omega-7, omega-9, all these omega fats are beneficial for essentially they act as a lubricant within your body. So your joints are lubricated by fats, similar to how they are lubricated with water and hydration also. So simply by eating enough healthy fats and eating enough protein, healthy sources of these calories, these macronutrients, are valuable. So that's the first thing that's worth paying attention to and being aware of, is to simply ensure that you're getting enough fat and protein in your diet and not overlooking these important macronutrients. The next thing is hydration, which I mentioned briefly, but it's very important to understand that hydration is much more than water. You should be drinking enough water, ideally spring water or purified, filtered, reverse osmosis, distilled water, a healthier, higher quality water, because water acts as that lubrication within your body as well. And if you don't have enough water, if your body is dry, then that lubrication doesn't work. It's similar to the windshield wiper on your car. That windshield wiper blade, it doesn't move that well. It kind of gets stuck if there's not any water or rain or anything spraying on the windshield. So you need plenty of water as well. And minerals are the sort of cofactor, the micronutrient cofactor that plays in conjunction with that water to keep the hydration in the body so that your body is properly hydrated and properly lubricated for joints to move and for you to not snap, crackle, and pop like a Rice Krispie treat. So stay hydrated as well. Now, there are certain key nutrients, and the main aspect of this video that I wanted to talk about that I'm now getting to is micronutrients, because I find micronutrients fascinating. These are your vitamins, your minerals, your antioxidants. These are the nutrients within the macronutrients that are often overlooked and maybe misunderstood or not utilized to their fullest potential. So let's go over some of those micronutrients. The first one that's very important is vitamin D. Vitamin D3, you mostly get from the sun, so just simply getting outside and getting sunshine is going to give your body vitamin D3, but also getting in the sunshine is beneficial because your skin, when coming into contact with the sun, produces what's known as nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gaseous molecule that helps with your vasodilation and your blood flow, your circulation. So it really helps your blood move, and when your blood moves, the nutrients are in the blood. The life is in the blood. So those nutrients get to those tough to reach places, maybe your elbow or your shoulder or your knee or your ankle or whatever's snapping or crackling or popping. So getting outside and getting sunshine is valuable because you're absorbing that vitamin D3, plus your body is boosting that nitric oxide as well. You just want to ensure that you're getting hydrated when you're in the sun so that the water loss that you have when you're in the sun is you get it back, right? By staying hydrated, by drinking enough water. So that's the first micronutrient, vitamin D3. The next one is magnesium. Now, magnesium is often overlooked as an aid for your joint health. And it's very important because like vitamin D3, magnesium is beneficial for helping with your calcium metabolism. So calcium is one of the few supplements that I actually tell my coaching clients, I don't recommend you take calcium. And the reason for that is because most people have enough calcium in their diet. And even if they don't have enough calcium in their diet, I still don't recommend a calcium supplement necessarily because oftentimes their calcium metabolism, which is the breakdown of that calcium, isn't working properly in their body. So if your body's not breaking down, absorbing, and utilizing calcium properly in order to store it in the appropriate places, then it becomes problematic in the body. And a perfect example of this, look no further than kidney stones. That's a buildup of calcium in the body that is not storing properly. Or arthritis, where calcium stores in your bones, in joints, in areas, and it gets clumped up and it's not properly assimilated, right? Like your hands or wherever. Another area of the body where calcium gets stored improperly is your arteries. And when calcium builds up in your arteries, that hardening, calcium is a hardening mineral, that hardening quite literally constricts your arteries. So your arteries become harder and smaller and the blood flow to and from your heart gets constricted, meaning the muscle of your heart has to pump and work harder, which stresses your heart out, which is a bad thing because cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States. So understanding that calcium is an important mineral for the health of your joints and ligaments and tendons, but what's even more important than calcium is understanding calcium metabolism. So that's why I recommend vitamin D3 from the sun, ideally. I mean, you get vitamin D3 from eggs and mushrooms and other things as well, so you can get it in dietary sources as well. And then magnesium, which is incredibly valuable because magnesium helps with your calcium metabolism. And then you have other micronutrients such as boron and phosphorus. Boron and phosphorus are also very important because they help with that calcium absorption process. So calcium is really the key mineral for bone, joint, and ligament health. It's one of those key minerals. But if you're not getting these minerals that surround it that improve and increase the metabolism of that calcium, then that calcium actually becomes problematic in the body. So calcium can be beneficial in the body or it can be problematic in the body depending on the micronutrients surrounding the calcium that allow it to absorb and assimilate properly or improperly. So it's very important to understand that you want to get enough magnesium, you want to get enough vitamin D3, you want to get boron, you want to get phosphorus, and you want to get minerals that surround calcium in order for that calcium to be utilized properly. Now, if you are getting enough healthy fats and enough amino acids, protein, right? So that's dietary, should be pretty easy. Beef, eggs, cheese, fish, things like that. Obviously free range, pasture raised, grass fed, grass finished, organic, these types of things. And then you're getting enough micronutrients and minerals, magnesium, phosphorus, boron as well. And these surrounding nutrients that help with your calcium metabolism, and you're getting hydrated properly, and you're moving, right? You're going for walks, you're doing things to stay mobile, loose, and flexible. Your body and your joints, your ligaments, and your tendons will be healthier because it has the lubrication from the fats in the water, which that's the lubrication. And then it has the proper utilization and assimilation of calcium, your calcium metabolism, which are once again the nutrients surrounding that calcium, which allow that calcium to be absorbed properly and build the structure of your body in a proper manner. So I personally use magnesium. You can also do other things like you can use like red light therapy. So if you live in the north, you can use red light therapy. It's a really great aid for improving and increasing circulation. So you can put it like on certain topical points that you have cracking or whatever it may be, popping. So that is valuable also. I'll put a link below to that red light therapy company, which is what I use and recommend. And then, you can also obviously get these minerals in your diet, but you can also take them as a supplement. I use a magnesium topical spray. As you can see, I really use it. This topical spray is fantastic. It's really cheap. It's like 20 bucks or less. And you can apply it topically where you're snapping, cracking, and popping. So that's amazing. Magnesium is great. And then last but not least, there's one kind of hidden nutrient that's often overlooked and not talked about. It's fulvic acid. Now, fulvic acid is a key electrolyte that the soil in our Western society has been depleted of because of monoculture, agriculture, and these more industrial forms of farming. And fulvic acid is so valuable because it helps to break down calcium. It helps calcium to be absorbed properly in the body. And what I love about Shilajit is a mineral resin with 84, 87, 80 plus minerals that comes from the Himalayan region. And Shilajit is a dark powder, and it actually contains magnesium, phosphorus, boron, fulvic acid. All of these sort of surrounding nutrients that help your calcium metabolism is in Shilajit. And I personally find that when I take Shilajit, what's very interesting for me personally is when I take Shilajit, if I go off of it for a while and I get back on it, I kid you not, I'll hear like little cracking and snapping, like the good kind in my body of it sort of breaking up excess calcium. So like in areas in my body where I'm like, that calcium shouldn't be there, I literally take this and I feel like looser. My body feels more loose, and that sort of tightness or that constriction, that overcalcification, which once again, calcium is a hardening mineral, magnesium is a softening mineral. This helps with that a lot. So the great thing about this company, Omega Organics, the magnesium oil, they have magnesium bath flakes as well, and magnesium oil you can spray on topically. And they have Shilajit. It's the same company. So I will link that up below. Omega Organics, they're an exceptional company, super high quality. I have a discount code for them, so I'll link that up below. And then, also like I said, use red light therapy, drink plenty of clean water. The other thing that's worth noting is that if you're cracking or snapping or popping in your ankles or knees specifically, you could just simply have a postural imbalance based on your footwear, which is why I recommend zero shoes. Now, if your feet are flat, you are going to have better posture. If you're wearing shoes where your heel is elevated, that will throw your ankle off and your knees off. And I learned this firsthand, and I had knee pain, and I had pain in every step that I took from my knees. I had knee pain when I was 19 years old. So I had to go through this and learn this lesson the hard way, which is how I learned about barefoot minimalist shoes, which is how I eventually ended up learning about zero shoes, my shirt. So I do recommend, if you're having joint or mobility issues or pain or anything like that below the waist, and just in general, wear barefoot minimalist shoes, wear zero shoes, because your body and your posture and your mobility will benefit long term. So that's it for this video. I know it was a long video, but get enough protein for your amino acids, get enough healthy fats for lubricating your joints. So those are important for the macronutrient category. Drink plenty of water to keep that lubrication going. Get your micronutrients, your magnesium, phosphorus, boron, your vitamin D3, and your K2, obviously, which pairs with that, to make sure your calcium metabolism is healthy and that the calcium that you are eating or consuming is metabolized properly and stored properly in the body to create structural stability and strength. Utilize tools like sunshine and red light therapy to improve and enhance your circulation and your nitric oxide. And also take Shilajit because of the fulvic acid and humic acid. This, by the way, Shilajit has phosphorus, boron, magnesium, and calcium in it in trace amounts. So this is giving you a lot of those nutrients, plus the fulvic acid, plus it's really good for your kidney and adrenal health. Your kidneys filter things in your body, and your adrenals help to deal with and manage stress. It's a really great adaptogen. This formula converts stress into energy. So if you're tired or stressed and you want energy, this works better arguably than anything on the market, because our body depletes minerals faster than anything when we're stressed. So get some Shilajit, and then the magnesium oil, magnesium bath flakes, they're all great, and this is the same company, Omega Organics. So I'll link Omega Organics below along with the discount code. I'll link up the red light, the zero shoes. All of this is going to be helpful. These are all things that I've used personally and that I would recommend. And these ensure that your posture are good, but your body also has what it needs internally to assimilate and utilize and absorb calcium properly. So once again, I don't recommend a calcium supplement, but I do recommend getting those surrounding nutrients for your calcium metabolism. That's it for this video. My name is David Benjamin from Healthy Wild Free. Make sure to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and share this video below, and I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Cheers.